Another day in the ghetto.
Hi, I'm Christine Ferguson. I'm a student at St. Paul's School. I'm a skydiver. I enjoyed carbonated water, and I recently discovered the cure for cancer.
Hi, I'm Ellie Duke. I'm also a student at St. Paul's School. I like long walks on the beach. I'm a professional beagle breeder and also a famous movie critic.
Great. So the topic of our discussion today is teenage readership of the news. So the question that's been on my mind and what I've been wanting to ask you, Ellie, is why don't teenagers read the news anymore?
Well, I don't know if anymore is really the right word, because it's true that teenagers don't read newspapers, but I don't know if this is a new phenomenon. Teens don't read the news for a number of reasons, because there's no time, there's better things to do, or maybe they aren't interested in hard news like politics and foreign policy. But I don't know if these are changes or if teenage readership has always been low due to these causes. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to say. I think that it's possible that teenage readership of the news has declined in recent years, especially since the development of the internet. At very least, teenagers that read the news read it less. We're at the point now where you don't have to read articles you don't want to. So if a teenager wants to know a specific issue, they can easily find out information on that issue without shifting through the news just to find it. However, before the rise of the internet, a teenager would have had to do that, which means they might have come across something that they didn't know about or sparked interest besides that specific issue.
True. Do you think teens are uninformed due to their lack of reading newspapers? Because it seems to me that most teenagers, although they aren't reading actual newspapers, really do know what's going on in the world. What I've noticed is that things like blogs and Facebook feeds and update emails from websites like NewYorkTimes.com and stuff provide teenagers with a lot of news. And while these blogs or whatever might be a mixture of entertainment and celebrity news and sports and everything mixed with hard news, it's still something. And for today's youth, I think it'd be too much to ask for every teenager to be reading newspapers. It's enough if kids are getting a general sense of what's going on and a general sense of news stories and beginning to take an interest. And hopefully that will spark more of an interest so that when they grow older, they can become responsible and more active consumers of news.
I totally agree that kids are really busy and that asking them to read whole newspapers or follow the news diligently would be too much. But I think that consumption of news is essential in creating a balanced, intelligent high school student or even college student. I mean, how are they supposed to grow up to be adults that make mature, responsible decisions if they don't read the news or they don't know the essential facts that are going on around them? I mean, a recent study at Harvard showed that 60% of Harvard students don't read the news or even follow it. They're supposed to be the best and the brightest kids out there. So, I mean, I don't know where we're supposed to go, but the students in our country need to be following the news, and I don't think it's their fault. I blame the adults.
What do you mean by that, Christine?